Believe it or not, it wasn't that long ago that you couldn't use the word branding on a Canadian college or university campus without sparking outrage among faculty, students, and alumni. But in the past decade or so, Canadian institutions have realized the importance of developing a coherent, strong brand identity to raise national profile and to recruit students from outside their local regions. So why do strong brands matter? It's pretty clear outside of higher ed that brands like GE, CNN, and McDonald's command immediate recognition in the general public, even among infants and young toddlers, as McDonald's has learned so well. These major brands have invested significantly over decades to build a relationship of trust with their audiences. Online search engines like Google, Amazon, and Wikipedia have made it very clear that being top of mind means you are the place people go in order to find what they want. Brands that have stockpiled goodwill in the bank with their stakeholder groups can bounce back more readily from a crisis or scandal. Brands like Harley-Davidson, Tim Hortons, or hockey teams are things that Canadians identify with an intense tribalism, and college and university brands are no different for their students, faculty, and alumni. A premium brand position means you can command a premium in price. And in post-secondary, that means you can recruit top students with smaller scholarship offers, and you can attract and retain faculty with smaller salary and research amounts. I'm the first to tell you that a logo is not the entire brand identity of an institution, but today we're going to focus on visual identities for Canadian colleges and how those have transformed over the last decade. A visual identity is the most important piece of graphic design that an institution will ever commission. It will be reused thousands of times over many years. Ultimately, a well-developed visual identity will distill the essence of the institution's brand, its mission, vision, and values, and convey those to target audiences clearly and succinctly. What appear to be the signs that a college brand is in need of a refresh? If it depends too much on forest green or navy blue. If it features swooshes from the 1950s. I'm looking at you, Sate. It looks like your old brand identity is at risk if it's using a serif typeface, which doesn't seem to be modern enough for Canadian colleges. So if I were laying bets, I might wager that we'll see logo redesigns in the next 5 years for Lambton College, Great Plains College, Okanagan College, or Portage College. Logos appear to be reaching the end of their lives if they feature 1960s halftone effects, fine details, and thin rules, or if they're too heavily dependent on literal imagery, such as books, sailing vessels, deer, and waves. So if a visual identity that's too dependent upon literal imagery is likely to be redesigned, we're likely to see redesigns in the near future for Loyalist College, Northwest Regional College, Northern Lakes College, and Northern Lights College as well. Based on what we've seen, I think we can predict some of the most likely traits in new visual identities for colleges going forward. First of all, they're likely to drop the word college from their visual identity. They may even go so far as to drop their name to an acronym, although I'm not recommending that. We can be awfully sure they will lean on sans serif typefaces. When it comes to color, all bets are off, but if you had to bet on blue. If it's going to be more colorful, odds are good it's going to be neon green or bright orange. You can certainly expect static square outlines to be replaced with much curvier visuals in a new brand identity. And like Gucci handbags that are sewn from trademark fabric, it looks like all the cool kids are getting custom-designed wallpapers and textures to go with their visual identities these days. I think one of the first higher ed institutions to get its own wallpaper was the Haskayne School of Business at the University of Calgary. The pattern features the distinctive bull's head for Calgary and the letter H. As we saw, Sheridan College got not one but 7 background patterns to use for its various faculties, and Georgian College's accelerator icon nicely fits into a background wallpaper pattern as well. Once again, we are out of time. Thanks for taking 10 with me. Please take a moment to subscribe to the Eduvation channel on YouTube or to the 10 with Ken podcast on iTunes. For exclusive early access to upcoming episodes, please subscribe to my free email newsletter, The Eduvation Loop. I hope to see you next time.